How's it going? So, took and picked up a log that I've been eyeballing for about 5 years. Finally talked him into letting me have. I'm 99% sure it's a large chunk of maple. It's a limb off of the tree, not the entire tree. Finally got him to take and let me have the piece of wood. They kept saying that they were gonna mill it. That was 5 years ago. They've never done anything with it. So I was driving by after work yesterday, took and said, hey, so notice it's sitting there. They finally decided they're not going to do anything with it, so they said I could have it. So got my little system laid out, milled that one out. Had to resharpen because apparently somebody sunk some nails about 5-6 inches into the tree, and then it grew over. I'd pulled them out there, but busted up the teeth on my saw while I was cutting through that one. Thought of bringing my metal detector out, but I figured, hey, there's no reason there should be anything in this tree. So, you know, Murphy's Law and all. All right, so let's. That's gonna be a purty one. Oh yeah, that's gonna be a gorgeous piece of wood. So, gonna take and mill this out to somewhere right around probably 1.5 inches and do a countertop to replace the nasty ass plastic one that we have, and then the wife would like a section of maple for the mantle. So some real nice colors in there. So like I'd said, this one was sitting for several years, which all the wood up top is perfectly fine. You can look at the ends and see all that's still nice, good wood. But if you're gonna take and cut a log and then save it for any length of time, you want to make sure that you don't have any of it down in the dirt, because all of this is just rot. So luckily right here and a little spot on the other side is the only spots where it was actually sitting in the dirt. Luckily there's this arch right here that kind of saved me, but you can see right there where it's rotted enough I can just pick it apart with my fingers. So if you're gonna store anything like that, you gotta have it up off of the ground, or you're gonna lose a little bit of the bottom. Now luckily, since this had the limbs it was sitting on, I didn't lose that much of it, but you don't want to save an 8-foot 20-inch diameter log to only be able to use 2/3 of it or something because you didn't store it properly. So you gotta make sure that you have this stuff up off the ground, otherwise it will. So like with this one, we cut it down last year, and I just took some of the smaller limbs that aren't good for anything but firewood and just had it so it was sitting on there. The higher up, the easier it is to cut when you're using the chainsaw mill, because you got to be bent over running the whole thing, On this slab, it's 18 by however wide. I tape measure in my pocket. So that's about 19. So probably about 16 usable length for most of it. I'm gonna make some picnic tables out of this slab and a couple 4x4s out of that one. But you gotta keep it up off the ground.